Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys another traditional origami. Today I'm going to show you how to make a traditional origami iris. For this particular origami, you just need one piece of origami paper. I'm using a piece of paper that's 15 by 15 centimeters. What we want to do is we're going to start off by getting everything into a square base. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with my color side facing down and just go ahead and fold my paper in half, both vertically and horizontally. Then with the color side facing up, I'm going to go ahead and put some diagonal creases by folding in half into a big triangle both ways. Open everything up to the color side and fold things sort of in half. Just pinch right at the top of that crease and push in, and everything will shimmy around until you can get it to smush down and lay flat into this sort of diamond shape, which is the square base. Now you want to make sure you rotate everything around so that those open flaps are at the top. And what we're going to do is a squash fold with each of these flaps. I'm going to start off by just making sure that everything is nice and clean with my creases in the middle by folding the flap from left to right. And then what I want to do is open up this section, and we're going to be putting a little pressure on this top part here and just pushing straight down. So if you open it up and push down from on that edge, push it straight down, it helps to kind of hold on to things here underneath so that it doesn't shift. And then you're just going to bring that edge straight down to the other edges that you see underneath. Get that part smoothed out, and then smooth out both of the opposite sides so that it gets squished or smashed down into something that looks like this. Now I want to repeat those steps on the remaining three sides. So if I fold this flap over, and then I can do this flap here by just doing the exact same steps again. We're just opening up, putting a little pressure on that edge, keeping everything nice and straight over here, and then just squashing it or smooshing it out to reveal a kite shape like so. So we do these two here, and then we're just flipping it over and doing the same thing on the other side as well. We'll just do all four sides. There's other techniques for doing this. This is the quickest. You could also, if you preferred, you could take and fold these flaps over, creating the crease that you'll be using, and then kind of using the same method, but just relying on those extra creases to make the smooshing down go a little faster. Just depends what you feel more comfortable with. But you should get all of those opened up. Now you want to make sure that you've got it so that all of the flaps are over, so that you have 4 flaps on each side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 on the other side. And I'm looking at the nice smooth surface here. Now we're going to do another crease here called petal fold, where we take and fold each of these sides over. I'm going to fold each of these over towards the center. Open it up, and then I'm going to take this top flap and open it out to where I just was. You could put a little pinch right where you see the creases hit the edge if you want. But we're going to hold all of this open. Basically what I want to do is get it to kind of all come together here. And you can kind of reverse and lay everything flat, get it started on the top there if you like. Make sure everything is nice and smooth and get it to come all the way out so that we get something like this. Now I'm just going to repeat that step for the other remaining sides. So we're just folding these flaps over and using these edges, these creases that I've made, to make opening this up and reversing it a little easier. You just take everything and open it out, following the creased edge that I already made to kind of extend out to make a nice little triangle there. We do that for both sides, and then it's a little easier to just extend it and lay it flat. Then I can just fold over to the other sides that I haven't done yet. Try to keep everything nice and smooth underneath. And these, as you get to this last part, it can be a little trickier because there's not as smooth surface to fold on, but we still want to just try to get this part so that we can open this up. All the way out. And keep it nice and smooth. And flip it over and do this side too. So you wind up doing this fold 4 times and getting everything to extend out and reverse as we stretch this part out and smooth everything out along where the crease is. So we have something that looks like this. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and fold everything up with these flaps. Go around. We're going to do this for all the sides. Make sure that the flap goes up and you have these creases now. You want to make sure that you have equal numbers on each side again, 4 on each side. And you can see here I've got stuff separated in the middle there. Now what I want to do is actually fold over once, flip it over and do the same thing on the other side too. And we're going to make the base part here a little more narrow by taking this outer edge and folding it towards the center. So you're working all of this down to the point, and this is where the open flaps are at the top. Turn it around, do this side too. This is just giving us more shape to the bottom part of our flower. Flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. You don't need to bring it too super close to the edge necessarily. Sometimes if you bring it too close, it can be a little hard to work with. We just want to fold both of those sides in. Then I'm going to work on the other sides by taking this one flap and folding it over, and then the next one, flipping it over, do the same thing on this side, fold the left flap once and one more, and then take these last 2 sides here and fold both of the sides on the front and the back into the center to finish off the tapering that we'll use for the bottom of our flower here. Flip it over and do the last ones. So you should have something then that looks like this. We have 4 flaps still on each side, and I have all of these parts folded in to taper things down to the bottom of my flower. Now this is one of my petals here. What I want to do is fold it down to not the first section of creases here, but there's another edge right here. I want to fold down to that, right here, fold down, and do the other side too. And the other 2 that we want to do are a little tricky because I need to kind of get into the 3D world when I do this. So I can kind of open up, find where that is a little here, fold it down, pinch from the inside of things with my flower here, do the last petal too. You can kind of pinch inside the flower to get that petal to come out. And that should give you the 4 petals and then the inside of our flower. Now, as a last little bit of preference, if you like, you can curl these down over either just gently with your fingers to give a small curl, or you can use a pencil to create a lot of curl. It just depends on your preference, or you can leave them more straight. It just sort of depends on what kind of a look you want. But that is how you make a traditional origami iris. I'll have some more fun things to share with you guys in the days to come. Thanks again always so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.